that we want to check in with Audrielle Tackett as well to get in on some of the weather. Audrielle, good afternoon. How's the weather out there?
Joe, it's fantastic out here. I have to say, we're in Cowtown, so it is utterly hot. Get it? Okay, we're here with Sadie. She's going to tell us about Cowtown. It's just across from the KTVB booth. So Sadie, will you please tell us about this wonderful area here at Cowtown at the fair?
Yes, ma'am. You're going to meet over 100 animals face to face. And in our exhibit tent, you're going to get a chance to see what farm life was like back 100 years ago. We have our old-time laundry station, clean a stall, groom a cow, and if you ever wanted to know where the saying strong as an ox came from, this is where you're going to see it. 3,000 pounds, the biggest ox you've ever met right here.
Can you tell us a little bit about where these animals come from? Who are they? Who owns them?
Yes, ma'am. My family and different situations. Many of them come from rescue situations. Like our giant ox here was a pulling ox, and his career was over at 10 years old. So we were able to take him in with you guys' help and support and give him a life as long as he's with us. He's going to have a great home. So,
how long have you and your family brought these animals to the fair year after year?
This is our second year at the Western Idaho State Fair, but we're 3 generations in helping animals.
What's been the best part of all of this?
Oh, the people are great out here. We just love you guys, so we're super glad to be here.
And the kids, the tent is filled with kids. I don't know if we can show some of the families around here, but there's so much to do. What is some of the best things that you see these children doing?
I didn't even mention we have hand milking a cow, so that's coming up in just a few minutes, but there's a little of everything here.
Yeah, tell us about the Milking the Cow show.
You're going to get a chance to hand milk a cow the way our grandparents used to 100 years ago, hands-on, meet them up close. Yep.
Why is it important to have experiences like this at the fair? I mean, Idaho is an agriculture-strong state.
Absolutely. So kids know where their milk comes from. When they're eating their cereal in the morning, they'll have an appreciation of just where that comes from.
Anything else to say to encourage families, kids to head out here tonight or for the next couple days for the fair?
You're going to have the best time. Don't miss it.
Okay, it is a little toasty and humid in this Cowtown tent, I gotta say. But let's talk about weather around the rest of the region. It's a pretty great average summer afternoon, very similar to what we were seeing yesterday and the day before. Now, we will be warming up over the next couple of days, but if we look live around the region right now, you can see that we are in the low 90s in the Treasure Valley and the Magic Valley. We're gonna stay in the low 90s for the rest of this afternoon. So if you can bear a little bit of the heat, then I would say head out to the fair. Of course, the mountains, a little bit cooler there. We have not changed too much temperature-wise in the past 24 hours. So this temperature change map that we're looking at here is telling us that we're only give or take a few degrees difference. That is because we have a ridge of high pressure that's building into the region, has not peaked yet, but that will continue to peak this weekend. Now let's look at our wind speeds. Winds are very light today, so that's good for firefighting efforts, something we've been watching over the past several days and weeks in this summer season, but it's not great when it comes to this hot weather outside, not providing much relief from the heat out there. Winds may be a little breezy in some spots like Mountain Home, which does typically have those stronger winds. Those locally breezy conditions will continue to come and go. Boise, the rest of the Treasure Valley and the lower half of the Treasure Valley looks pretty good for the rest of this evening. We can look at the next several hours. The sun should set right around 8:38 p.m. It'll cool down to the 80s in a couple hours, so it'll get a little bit more pleasant once the sun goes down. Perfect timing for the concert tonight, so if you head out, it's going to be a really comfy evening here at the fair. Winds will be light. Once the sun is down, temperatures will cool off a little bit. Perfect for the concert. Joe?
All right, Audrielle Tackett live from the Western Idaho Fair. We will get back to the fair shortly. Thank you so much, Audrielle.